All right, so I'm here with Jeff. We just signed all the closing documents for two properties that he sold me. Today's August 31st of 2022. And Jeff, you were just about to, say something that you really liked about the way that we worked.
In my world, I'm really busy. And when you first called a couple times, I said to you, give me some time. I need some time. I want to do it, but I wasn't there. And and it was a long time, almost a year later, that you reached out again, and I was getting closer, and it was just, you weren't pushy.
Yeah.
Kept the subject alive, but wasn't pushy.
Right.
And
So,
that,
before we started recording, he was mentioning how he gets the text messages, he gets tons of different calls all the time about not just the two he sold me, but the other ones that he's been, associated with before. Tell me what was different about working with me than it was, whenever you get these other text messages or calls.
It felt like I was dealing with somebody local. Somebody that was just real and not some scam thing that they call, and they call all the time. I get letters in the mail. I threw one away this morning. I went to the mailbox and threw one away this morning.
Yeah.
All the time. And it was just like I was dealing with somebody that I knew.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. So, how long after we signed the contract was the process? Can you talk about, for those that are, looking at doing business with me, how long did it take?
Once we came to the numbers that we were looking at, a month.
A month?
Yeah, it was fairly quick.
Cool.
Yeah, it didn't take long.
And another question that I have for you is, I do send the text messages and and I make the calls, and sometimes, I feel like there's people that are really close at making a decision with me, but they have the idea in the back of their head that this could be a scammer. What would you say to those people that are, looking to sell? They may have a really good reason to sell, maybe with the bad tenants or behind on taxes, whatever it may be. What would you say to those people that look at the messages and are doubting, my credibility?
I read people. I deal with lots of people, and you just have to. It comes from somebody that's local, and yeah, it's just. There's a big difference in when you see these scam messages come through, and we'd already touched base. I had already put you in my phone, so when messages come through, I knew who it was from, and like I said to you, I text you back, not today. I just don't have time.
Right.
And you backed off, and then you'd reach out to keep the subject alive, which is that's your business to do that.
Yeah.
And but.
And so there's also, a lot of landlords out there that have problematic tenants, and they think that they can't sell the house because of them. What would you say to those people based off of your experience working with me?
I had tenants that were not paying, and I was tired of the promises and the lies and the $200 and the $200 the next week and $100 the next week, and you made it easy. You made them a reasonable offer. They took the offer and moved on, and it was good.
Okay.
It was easy.
And the last question is, would you recommend to a friend or anybody that you know out there working with me, if they wanted to sell a property?
Yeah, no, I would very easily.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jeff.
No problem.
It was a pleasure doing business.